Hello everyone, my name is Matiko Godin J, a chairperson of group number 5, and we have present on the 2 films that we have attended for our exercise on the principle of administration and management. In our assignment, we attended 2 films. The one is private film and the other one is a government film. The government film that we attended is Morogoro Referral Hospital, and the private film that we attended is SUGECO. Both these films we learned, and now we have a present on the issues concerning the principle of management and administration. And me and my comrades we are going to convey those information that you have got there, and we beg your attention and your attentive listening. Now, by the time, I would like to welcome one fellow among us to proceed with the part of introduction of one film after another. So by the time, I would like to welcome Angelina to proceed with the introduction of each film. You're warm welcome.
Morogoro Regional Referral Hospital. This is among of the 28 hospitals in Tanzania run as a public health care organization in Morogoro region. It is also serving as municipal hospital which provides health services to people at Morogoro Municipal. As a referral hospital, it receives patients from other hospitals within Morogoro region, include all Morogoro districts such as Kilombero, Kilosa, Mvomero, Malini, Gairo, and Morogoro, having also authority of referring them to a national hospital for serious cases. The vision statement of organization to provide the better health services at Morogoro region. The mission statement of the organization.
The other film was private film, whereby we said SUGECO. SUGECO stands for Sokoine University Graduate Co-Operative. It's a non-governmental organization established on 6 July 2011, targeting on involving only Sokoine University of Agriculture graduates in agribusiness, but later it involves other people also. Initially, SUGECO started with a Dahinda project called Growing Innovative Entrepreneurs Through Action Research and Agribusiness Value Chain in Tanzania. The main objective of this project was to conceptualize and implement the student entrepreneur value chain, which means transforming us from being student to being incubated by SUGECO and finally as a successful entrepreneur. The organization mission and vision. The mission is to prepare, enable, and support knowledge-intensive innovation smallholder farmers and entrepreneurs as they promote successful business along agricultural value chain through Tanzania. And the vision is to create future generation of prosperous agribusiness in Morogoro and other regions in Tanzania.
Let's start with the first film, Morogoro Referral Hospital, we have visited. The organization structure begins with the top leader, medical officer in charge, accompanied by hospital health secretary and the hospital matron. After this are the top managerial party. After this top level, there are subordinates, which are the second level. Subordinates, this second level of management are the heads of the departments of Morogoro Referral Hospital. After heads of these departments, there are the low or first level, which are the subordinates or technically personnel, which are daily perform technical activities. Here are skilled staffs and unskilled staff. Okay, SUGECO organization. This is the private film we visited. This film, their structure start or begin with the board of the film or the organization, which are followed by the director or executive director of the film. The executive director is then accompanied by his or her low levels which are the operational manager, technical team, and the program officers. We combined this to make the organization structure of SUGECO organization. Thank you.
On the technique of work planning, there are 3 forms of meeting. The first one is daily meeting. Here, daily meeting, medical officer in charge, health secretary, and health matron, they meet to discuss about challenges and opportunities which are facing Morogoro Hospital. If there is any challenges, they sit down and make the way to tackle them. On opportunity, if there is any opportunities, they use them to bring about good service. Another meeting is monthly meeting. Hospital management team, they meet in monthly to discuss about challenges and opportunities which are facing Morogoro Hospital. Here, head of department, they visit patients to see if they receive satisfied services. Also, if there is better services provided to all the patients who have visited in the hospital. Another meeting is quarter meeting. Head of department and hospital bodies, they meet every quarter in a year to discuss about challenges and opportunities which are facing Morogoro Hospital. In this, about technical work planning in SUGECO, there is first change mindset. Here in change mindset, the SUGECO members, they change the mindset about Ankacho. They see Ankacho as work and not for the poverty.
Human resource management. Human resource management, this involves all management functions by which manager have to recruit, to train, and also to select, and even to in overall performance appraisal. And there is difference between these 2 firms, starting with SUGECO. At SUGECO, since it is a private firm, members are not selected, but join themselves in this cooperative, and they contribute a membership fee which authorize them and make them as contributor in this cooperative, which is not like at a hospital. I mean Morogoro Regional Referral Hospital. This is government firm, and since it's government firm, people are selected by government to work in this firm, in this hospital, region hospital. Staff relation at SUGECO, there are different forces which are applied to motivate or to activate behaviors of people, which are a bit different from that used at the Morogoro Hospital, Referral and the Regional Hospital. These forces which affect human behaviors can be controlled by managers and through a process which is known as motivation. And motivation, this is a technique, just a technique used by managers or organizations for activating human behaviors. And this motivation or forces which tend to activate or to influence or to affect or just to regulate human behaviors are different. For example, at SUGECO, they use internship. Internship, this is a program just they started for us motivating, just activating workers by sending them to USA, Israel, and even local internship. But motivation also at Morogoro Hospital region seem to be like a bit same as at SUGECO, but a little different. For example, here also they use recognition cards. These recognition cards also are given to good workers to promote them and to motivate them after a good job, just after doing something which is good and for development of an organization. At the hospital also, they use special gifts which are given usual in very known government festivals, for example, Workers' Day. Another thing and the last thing for my part is committee workers. These committee workers are present in both firms, at SUGECO's private firm and at Morogoro Regional Hospital as a government firm. This committee of workers, all this committee performs specific functions and which is specific to us.
Now we have come to the most sensitive part of management administration, which is administrative communication. Now, on these two films, the communication skills help this management of these both two films and the followers. For instance, at SUGECO, the management teams of administrative communication ensure that there is a good cooperation and communication among the people in each films. At SUGECO, communication enable them to cooperate because these members are separated into different areas in our country. Now, to have a good social relation with these members, they have to communicate. As well as Morogoro Referral Hospitals, they do communicate through various channels of communication. Now, communication is also used at SUGECO, for instance, in annual general meeting or in performing day-to-day activities, and also to influence the characters and the behavior of the members. Now, there's a lot of channels of communication which are used to facilitate communication. The mostly one used is formal letters. So formal letters are used. The other one is the use of social networks. For instance, WhatsApp groups, Instagram, Facebook pages, Twitters, those are used. And the other one, they do use normal text messages. Now send message from one another so as to maintain relation. If they have some feedback to give out, they do use it. Also, they do use website to post their events, the future one and the present one, so everyone in each films can have a present on what we are supposed to be done in each film. Now, communication was the most sensitive part of the organization as it joined all members of each films, and they are able now to perform their work effectively.
The main source of income for SUGECO is from shares bought, whereby each member is required to buy at least 10 shares as a part of joining requirement. Each share is sold at 50,000 and the registration fee is 15,000 and the membership card is costing 10,000, thus making total of 75 shillings for each member. The other source of income include selling of different products made in SUGECO, which include snacks, juice, cake, breads, chicken, eggs, and other different products. The budget is arranged by board members once per year, where expenditure including sponsoring members to Israel and America for further studies as a part of motivation members who are doing better in the organization. Also, the budget obtained is used for conducting different trainings, which including entrepreneurship, use of data and scientific method for conducting agriculture. Other trainings include the changing of mindset of members and non-members by giving them education on agriculture and how to make agriculture as a business and not for poor people. Another form in which the organization spend money is to buy different materials and equipment such as greenhouse, incubators, blenders, and other processing machines which supporting the different idea of members within organization. Another film is Morogoro Referral Hospital. In this film, there is Department of Finance Management which exercise related to that particular field. The department responsible to ensure efficient and effective collection and management of financial resources in the hospital. And another is to ensure efficient management of financial resources and other computerized electronic financial management system, which is conducted to all top leaders' offices, through which all payment done from patient can be viewed immediately by the top leaders, and hospital accountant through this system makes this firm to be the best and good compared to other private firms visited. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I'm here to proceed the presentation in a section on Tanzanian policies, laws, and the acts on how affecting the functions of the two firms, which is SUGECO, Morogoro Referral Regional Hospital. By starting with the Morogoro Regional Referral Hospital, there are main two policies which are affecting the functions of their firms. The first one is payment exemption. The second one is free health service for those who are living with special diseases, for example, AIDS and tuberculosis. The first one, payment exemption for children under 5 years, pregnant women, and the elders aged above 60 years old. So how do they affect the functions of the firm? By receiving free charge on their services. Payment exemption for children under 5 years old, pregnant women, and elders above 60 years old, and people with disabled peoples. Payment exemption for people having certified by social welfare officers. The second one is free health services for people who are living with special diseases, for example, AIDS and tuberculosis. They are given some drugs, for example, ARV. So this policy has helped produce a lot of reduction on the mentioned diseases, which are AIDS and tuberculosis. The second thing, which is SUGECO. Investment incentives may be excessive in some areas, and the other sectors may suffer from exceedingly high level of taxations and cumbersome regulations. Tax incentives, especially for smallholder farmers.
Now, after seeing this aspect of principle of administration and communication of these two firms, we put a clear conclusion that the administration matters and the management systems of firms, whether it's government or private, they do relate to each other on different aspects. So whenever you can go into private firms or government firms, the system of administration change according to the objective and what that institution organization perform its work. Now I would like to acknowledge the effort that I've made from our supporters, the lecturers of our courses of Principle of Administration and Management, the top level management of both firms, SUGECO and Morogoro Referral Hospitals, for their efforts and their acknowledgement, their acceptance to us to perform this exercise on the matter of Principle of Administration and Management. And also I would like to thank my members for their efforts and their contribution from where we started up to where we ended. And also I would like to welcome all of you for listening to us. Thank you very much.